Oh,
Except for you. We still don't see you.
yeah, we don't see you. You're just darkness,
All right, Jen.
like your
It
soul.
is November the 29th on Monday. We're doing this a day early. How are you, Jen?
Good. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy post Thanksgiving
All
sleep.
right, Jen. Post Thanksgiving stress. November the 29th on Monday.
Whoa,
We're
I'm
doing this
hearing
a
a
day early.
Yeah, I'm hearing feedback too.
Let's shut this off here.
so
Hold on,
we're
folks.
having some technical difficulties because Darren is attempting this from a hotel room in Texas, which is
Mm.
hilarious.
All right, now I got it.
And we have Pat
So,
co-piloting.
Yeah, I
yeah,
discounted
so
the operator.
our guest today is Rafi Fuentes, and he's from the DNR show. He was
Yay!
hired as you were started as an intern, right, Rafi?
Yes, and my last day is December 3rd.
Oh my God, you're
Oh
gone already?
no!
They're kicking me out, but I'll still be around. They're working on projects, and we're gonna start a show, hopefully as well, our own podcast show.
So you were a popular person on the show because people like to look at you and they like to hear you,
He's a
and they're
hot
interested
guy.
in what you have going on in your private life. So that's why we wanted to have you on to talk a little bit more about what you're up to.
Yes, it's been quite the journey at DNR. Made a lot of friends, made a lot of content for their Instagram. A lot of the listeners were intrigued, so we kept giving them more.
How did you find DNR, or how did they find you?
Yeah, how did this match come to be?
They contacted me. It was a casting agency. No, I'm just joking.
They can never afford you that way.
What was that?
They can never afford you that way.
No. My rate has gone up since then, tripled, quadrupled.
Yes.
But so I went to school during the pandemic for audio engineering to SAE Institute, and I met my friend there, AJ, who already knew Romaine from years ago because him and his current wife now used to babysit their daughter, her daughter, and so she recommended him to go to that school, and then we met there. We got close, and then flash forward, he got the internship. I think it was like early summer, and then I started around July. So he got me on board. I was the stray, as she calls me. He was like an extra intern. And so I started shadowing and stuff, and I just joined the DNR family.
But tell us, like, how did you get involved in all this? Did you start acting as a child, or
The arts. I mean, I've always been in the arts. I played piano for 12 years. So I started when I was six and a
Nice.
half. So music was always a big part of me. I was in choir, glee club. And then in high school, I started taking voice lessons and dance and doing a lot of local theater in Bermuda, where I grew up. So that's how it all started. But music was what propelled me to the arts, basically. So when I was really little, I started learning piano and music theory. And I learned everything about Baroque, Impressionist, modern, romantic, all
So
the
does your
different.
family have a musical background, or this is
Uh,
something that you just
Not
kind of picked up?
really. I know a lot of my dad's cousins in Maryland are musicians, and then I think my grandma used to sing for like just for fun and stuff. My parents aren't in the arts. My dad is a professional tennis player. He used to play.
Oh wow.
He used to teach here in Midtown in Chelsea at I forget the name of the courts right now, but apparently they're closing. He just told me. So
Forever?
Midtown Tennis Club, I think it's called, in Chelsea. So he used to work there, and then my mom is artistic as well, but she mainly paints and draws. She doesn't sing or act, but she's always wanted to be an actress. So maybe one day I'll get her in.
what's your
Nice.
ultimate dream? Like, if you could pick anything to do, what would you like to be doing?
I mean, I have so many dreams, like so many ideas, goals, but like ultimately, I came here to do Broadway. I've just done off Broadway, off Broadway. So that's what I'm working on right now. And a lot of the auditions are all self-taped. So there's pros and cons because you can like spend a whole hour and, try and get the best take your time. So I've gotten used to that. At first it was a little annoying, but I got my backdrop, which you can see in the back. And I have my ring light. That's my neighbor. Actually, he let me borrow it. So I've just been doing that. And the more I do, the easier it gets. And I actually just booked something recently. It's like an internal video for like HR.
Congrats.
So thanks. Yeah, I found out today. So that's exciting. I'm shooting Thursday in Brooklyn.
Internal HR video.
Yeah, it's like a
How not
waiter
to
at a
harass
Mexican
people.
restaurant. But I'll be with a shirt on, I think so.
But you seem to be all over the place, like with different parts here and there. Like, do you have one casting person that or an agent that helps you out finding these roles? Or
I freelance with a couple agencies, mainly for commercials and print stuff. So I'll get some auditions through them. I also do a lot on my own. I'm really proactive. I'm submitting constantly every day and self tapes about 6 to 7 a week. And then so I'm always submitting. So I mainly get them on my own at the moment, but I am looking.
I have no idea.
It's okay. I am looking for a theatrical agent for like film, TV, and theater for Broadway and like Netflix, stuff like that. But for now, I'm just like sort of submitting on my own and building my reel, with different projects. And I'm really active on social media. That's getting me a lot of followers as well.
Do you have to be in a union to do the things that you do in New York?
A lot of work is non-union, so I have a few waivers like from film projects and stuff. But I don't want to join until it's something, that's going to be more consistent on a bigger level. But right now,
pay, right?
we have to pay for to join. But there are benefits and stuff depending on how much work you get every year. But right now, there's a lot of non-union work at the moment, so I'm non-union for now.
By the way, sitting next to you on the video right now is my partner Patrick. He's running our board today. So say hello, Pat.
Yeah, I'm running
there's
the board.
Patrick.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm running the board.
I wanted to see you. Can't see you, but next time.
I have the light. The light here is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a hotel room in Texas for my work.
And who's that dog?
I couldn't figure out my video.
Oh, that's little Tango. He's just
Tango's running the board. I love it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So something caught my ear about Netflix. What's your involvement with Netflix? What's the show? What are you doing? How did you get it?
Hopefully I'm writing a couple things, but nothing's been, set forth. What I meant was like what's like one of my goals too, to be on a Netflix show. Like there's so much original content, and I feel like for actors now they need to like take advantage of that, because all the platforms like from Showtime or Peacock and YouTube, they all have original content. So that's like more work for actors. So like I love Netflix. I love the content, and anything with music and acting would be great. I think a lot of shows are adding that musical element to their productions, and I think that's really amazing.
So Rafi, are you looking for casting for Netflix shows, or you're writing your own content?
I'm looking for castings to be on Netflix, but I am working on a web series with my friend AJ that's at DNR as well. So we started writing that during the pandemic, and so hopefully that'll go into fruition.
And what's the theme or concept for that?
It's about like 3 friends during the pandemic. So it's very general. I mean, we have some specifics, but there was another guy that went to school with us, but he went to Mexico, so he's not really involved with the project anymore. So we might get somebody else, but it's the journey through 3 different friends. Like one lost a job, the other one has like an addiction problem, and then the other one, I forget his deal, but they'll come together somehow, and then they sort of navigate and propel themselves through this like tough time. And then there's like flashback scenes like before the pandemic and then post-pandemic and all that.
Is it all based in the city, or are they all over the
based in the city? Yes. And then we have like a pilot that we wrote, so we're trying to like record that, film that eventually, but we have to do some like rewriting and stuff first.
Have you tried doing your own filming, or you haven't tried that yet?
No, not yet, because we have to do some rewrites. We only had one reading, and the other guy might not be in it anymore, so we have to figure that out, like who's going to replace him and all that stuff, because we wanted to start our own production company actually.
Darren knows how to act. I'm just throwing it out.
Okay, Darren, we'll put you in. We'll write a role for you. Send me your headshot resume.
Darren wants to be famous.
I only play priests.
Okay,
Priest?
well, I'll make a note.
You only play priest, really?
That's the only time I was on stage recently that I can remember.
I actually just
Ever.
submitted. No, did I submit? No, there was a role for like a priest on backstage, but
You're
I
too
don't.
hot to be a
I
priest.
think
That won't work.
I don't know. A hot priest. I don't know
A hot
something.
priest.
We'll see who sings. Because they sing in that church, but we'll
Jen's
see.
waiting for your shirt to come off, but
So, before we got on here, I was like, looking you up and almost I felt like I was stalking you because I was like listening to all your music
It's okay. Stalk away.
and going
Uh,
way too far in the past on Instagram.
Oh
But
my
like
God, how
for
embarrassing.
for folks that are listening, you get an eyeful on Instagram, so you can go check it out. Uh, your Instagram handle is Rafi underscore Fuentes Fuentes, and you can
Correct.
see all of the skin. Good looking guy.
Follow my journey.
Yes.
so
And
what?
your
So
music
what
too, by the way.
Sorry.
I like your music too. It's
Oh,
very
thank you.
catchy.
Yeah, I have a lot more stuff I need to start putting out, like on TikTok, because everyone's getting famous on TikTok with like little clips.
Yes.
So people always want to like play it again and again, and then they hear the whole thing eventually. But yeah, it's one of my next plans.
So
One
I
of my
saw
cats
one of
got
these.
like 7,000 views because of I think it's all based on the music you pick. You pick the right song and like
Yeah, I have
goes
one of my videos went a little viral actually on Instagram when I got my second my second shot, like Moderna,
uh-huh.
the vaccine. So I I asked my cousin to film it and take a picture. I went with like this like a sleeveless jean material like shirt, and then I took half of it off. So
Oh, it
that's
was sleeveless, but you
yeah,
took it
even though it
off.
was sleeveless. So we got a lot of funny comments. My cousin was like, "Well, if it's sleeveless, why are you taking it off?"
You were like,
Listen,
exactly.
but it's at
ready
like
for your
I don't know.
booster shot? Let me know.
The booster, we'll see. If I do the booster, I'll have to be completely shirtless. But I'm gonna
Just
look on
walking.
TikTok now. I went up recently, actually. Every day it goes up like a few hundred, but that one currently is at 11.9 thousand. So almost 12,000
Nice.
on TikTok.
How,
So it's something.
how many TikTok videos do you post per week?
Somebody wrote, I wish I was the nurse. TikTok, I don't do as often. Maybe like every 2 weeks I'll do one. I recently put one. It was just when I went to the Stranger Things store, the pop-up store that they put in Times Square.
It
Are you
seems
getting the
like the
most
TikTok
attention?
videos are very involved. Like you have
Yeah,
to
the
stitch them
images,
together.
music. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they can get like really,
That's
really
production.
intense. I'm still sort of like playing with it. I don't do anything crazy. Some of them are, I haven't posted one, but there was this challenge they did with the Rasputin song. That you like, it's like the put your head on my shoulder, and which there's a video of me singing on the DNR and DNR show Instagram if you want to see. But it goes into that. It's like this silhouette challenge they call it. But I never did that. I have it. I saved it, but I didn't do it because you need a red screen or something, and I couldn't figure
Oh.
out the thing. But yeah, they do bunch of different things on
Is
TikTok.
there like a whole, so full disclaimer, I have no TikTok. I've never actually used it or understand how it works. I'm kind of asking blindly, but is there like a section in TikTok where all of the challenges and stuff that goes viral lives, or it's just you
Yeah,
see it
anyone
and
can see it. It's really random. It's like in for like comparing to Instagram, like Instagram has this whole thing with the algorithms. Like for me, I know which day is the best to post for me and the time and everything. It's really a science. I've
Mhm.
like researched all of this and trial and error and all that. So I only post like once a week on Instagram, but stories I do every day. Like if you follow me, you'll see like it's all food and fitness and travel, whatever, like random stuff. But it's like the journey of the day or whatever. But with TikTok, it's all random. It just you post at any time and it could go viral or not. But there are hashtags and stuff that help and all that.
All right. One of these days I'll cave in and do TikTok, but until then, I'll watch yours. It's fine.
Do
We'll
you
do
get
a
the most
dance together.
attention?
Dance challenge. We'll do a dance challenge.
Dance
Do you get the most
okay.
attention on TikTok, or is another platform that you?
More so on Instagram because I don't have as many followers on TikTok. But one like the video, that's the only one that went pretty viral. But I'm starting to get more followers on there. TikTok, Instagram, I have more followers.
And there was some kind of Christmas video I don't know how I even found
It
it
was
on
like a
Facebook or
video. I
something.
saw it on YouTube too because I was
Oh yeah,
stalking
that was an
Rafi.
original Christmas song I wrote and produced, and I used the music in the DNR's like Season of Giving commercial. So it's like a clip of that for the intro and the outro.
So you put all that together yourself?
Well, did you see? I have a couple. One's a little more like dancey. The other one's like more Disney kind of. I did. Yeah, I produced it. I, paid for everything and,
No kidding.
all the food, what to wear. Like it's exhausting.
You
The
were a
last one was
wardrobe person too? Wow.
I mean, you have to be your own producer when you don't have much of a budget. But the last one I did was in Whippany, New Jersey. I was doing a show, the Polar Express. So I used their set, and I, asked for permission, even though I wasn't really supposed to do it. They said, but like I just did it anyway. So I did
That
that
was
show, and
nice that
during
you
our
asked.
days off, I went and we went on the train. I took 2 days to film this. It's called This Holiday Season. It's just online. I never put it like on iTunes or anything, but I produced it. I wrote it. I did the vocal arrangements. I sang, I produced it. I wrote the script. I picked the actors. Like everything. It was
How long did it take
big,
you to put that together?
well, I shot it in 2 different days, and the pre-production was, I don't know, maybe like under a month or so. Not too bad, like 3 weeks or
bad.
so. Yeah, I mean, I got the props. I went to Party City for this and that. Like I always produce all like the music videos that I put together. I always have the concept and like ideas and all that. I love creating. Like I'm always just like creating stuff, and
So
I'm very ambitious person.
could you be happy doing just the production side, or do you definitely want to be in front of the camera?
100%, I have to be in front of the camera.
He's gonna be like, Woody Allen. He's kind of behind and in front at the same
Woody
time.
Allen, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Ryan Murphy, but
Yeah,
he's not really
Wait,
in the
I thought
camera.
he was dead.
Woody
Who?
Allen?
I thought he was
Oh.
dead.
I
Oh
don't
no,
think so.
his daughter keeps him alive, right?
Uh-oh. Are we just now
Disregard,
recording?
don't. You're good. I think there was an issue there, but don't worry about
Uh-oh. Start again.
Woo, from
Hey
the
guys.
top, from
Hi,
the
thank you for
top.
having me.
So that shirt.
Thanks.
So how long have you been in New York? I know you said you grew up in Bermuda, which is
Yeah, I was
awesome.
living in Bermuda because my dad used to work there, so that's why we moved there when I was a baby. I mean, I've been in New York a long time now. I just had my anniversary this past August, 19 years.
Oh, wow.
So I've
That's
seen the
amazing.
city evolve, change, ups and downs, everything.
Totally. New York
Yeah.
now is a little bit different, especially since you said you're, working to get on Broadway. And I think Broadway was hit really hard because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
Did that
it's
slow down
finally like
anything?
starting to open and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been like auditioned for a reading recently, got a call back. It's for like a new play or something. And then I was up for another show in upstate, what's it called? White Plains, like White Plains area. I got a call back for that. It was like a Christmas show, but it would have interfered with like my holiday plans. I'm going home for the holidays, so it wasn't meant to be, I guess.
Yeah.
But
What's the biggest production, TV, Broadway, or commercial or whatever that you've been on that you were like, wow?
It was pretty surreal when a friend of mine sent me a picture of myself in a subway station in London. It was like this big billboard in this Canary Wharf. It's like a station there. I've never been, but it was like a big picture. I did a shoot with Fuji Film, and they put me. It was like for 2 years or so. So people would always like see me like in a magazine or.
So they don't tell you where they're gonna put your photo?
No,
Ever?
no, it's like a
Really?
buyout. So it's called like a buyout. So like for a year or two, and if it gets renewed, you get paid again. And for print stuff, it's always like non-union usually, so you get paid for the day and then the buyout, and if there's like video and that's extra money, like there's different types and stuff. But no, they don't tell you like. So I did that. I was on a UPS ad, so people would always like see me when they got like an email from their their package was arriving. So they're like, "Oh, I saw you." I was like, "Yeah." And then I was
delivered to you by Rafi.
Yeah, personally. And I was in a commercial for Berkeley College, and a friend of mine from back home, Bermuda, she saw me in that. So like a lot of random stuff. And then like something you should never do, whoever's listening, if you're like starting out or want to do print stuff, like it's called stock photography.
Mm.
So like if it's not great because they don't usually pay you much. It's like maybe $50, $100, and they take a bunch of pictures of you like randomly. So I did this once in the Catskills, and then they just pay you $100 or so, and then they sell it for thousands and thousands of dollars to photographer companies and stuff. So they get the money, like you don't get anything, you
Yeah,
know.
you're the face. There's
So
like
I
the
ended up
stock
in a bunch of
photography
random
girl.
stuff. My aunt saw me in Costco for this, where the watermelons are or something, and then another, it was in some other thing for wine, and a thing for like Verizon. But like I didn't get paid for any of that, even though
Were
like
you
I
like
was
on a green screen or
billboards.
white?
No. They just take random pictures, like say with like on a phone or in a
They're like, here,
group.
hold a watermelon.
Oh no, yeah, I wasn't. Not I was like on a crate where I think and watermelons were inside the crate. So it's
This
like a bunch
reminds
of.
me. This reminds me of Jen. Jen, I told you that you should never do porn, but
I
yet she
know, it
insists
won't
on
go
doing it,
away.
and then you constantly see it for free, and everybody else is making the money
Like,
instead of you. That $600 that you had earned that
Right.
first time.
Oh, Jen,
I know.
that's
But
not
the
good.
things you do when you're young.
When you don't know, when you don't know any better, right?
Young
Right.
and stupid.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, that's a good tip. And I mean, so what would you recommend is to like have a photographer shoot that and then you
Well, I
sell
mean,
the
if you have a
photos?
photographer to work with just for your portfolio, if you want to like have different types of shots, like fitness or like editorial things. But yeah, no, usually for print, you audition. Like for example, the UPS and Fuji, that was like through auditions. You know, they see your picture, they could take your picture. So that is like
Stock
better.
photography is hilarious.
Yeah, it's like
And
the pictures you see in like the frames, like picture frames and like
right.
random
And
stuff.
sometimes they're holding like blank signs where you can Photoshop anything in that sign. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
like kind
Yeah,
of risky
those are the
what
pictures
you're
on my company's website. How about yours, Jen?
No, we have real pictures. Actual photos. But there are a few like famous stock photography actors. Like I can think of two or three. There's like a white-haired man that's
Who's in
always in like
everything.
everything, and then there's like an Asian woman that's in everything. Those two are like the stock
Maybe they're just like
photography.
robots, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe.
They just stand there and like pose in millions of ways.
So you said that Broadway auditions are all everything's virtual now. Nobody's in house. You have to do
Most of
that.
the so for example, when I had submitted for a reading for a new play, and I'm not sure if they were going to take it to Broadway, I guess, or off Broadway, but it was equity. But so I got a slot for that, and then I got a call back the same day. But you have to wear a mask inside the studio. It's really kind of
Ooh,
awkward, you know. And then so this is a new studio that opened before the pandemic called Jam Studios in Midtown, and they're beautiful. It's like 2 or 3 levels. A lot of the Broadway shows rehearsed there and stuff. So I had gone in, and you have to wear a mask the whole time. And when you're in the room, like I auditioned with the director, and then he said I could take it off, you know. And for the callback, they put you in with someone else to read with, like in the scene, it was 2 different people. So we had to be 6 feet apart for that. So that was a little awkward. And we were able to take our masks off, but it was just a little strange. So it's a matter of just getting adjusted. But everything's mostly like self tapes at the moment. And some of the callbacks are in person or virtual.
So when you're in front of a director or a casting director and you're doing an audition, like how long does that normally last?
Oh, I mean, it goes by so quickly. It's
30
crazy because
seconds.
it's like, yeah, like a minute, maybe at the most. Depends on like what you're doing. For singing, usually it's like 16 bars, 32 bars, or if there's sides, you know, so it's like under a minute or so. And but back in the day, like with chorus calls and all that stuff, you wait like hours and hours and literally go in for like 30 seconds and that's it. You know?
Oh man,
It's
That's
I don't know
insane.
if I could
Like
do
all the
it.
anxiety, like building up, and you're like, you know, you don't want to mess up and you don't forget your lyric or did you warm up enough? Then you go in, and I mean, the trick is you just have to really be confident and know the material, you know, that you're auditioning with, and just be yourself, you know, because they want to like at the end of the day, they want to cast you. You know, they don't want to be there like all day looking for the right person. Like if you're, you know, if you're friendly, you have to be nice to everyone because you never know, like if the monitor is a, you know, maybe an assistant director or friends with the director and stuff. And it's not like, you know, you should always be nice, but like you have to just be careful like what you say as well. So it's all a business. And if you're a nice guy, girl, and they want to work with you, like, and you have the talent and the look, like that's all. You just have to keep trying. Like it's a lot of work, but like if you will really want this, you gotta go for it, you know?
Do you have like and I switched audio. I just realized halfway through that I was on the wrong audio if I sound different. But do you have a rival or like an arch nemesis that you always see like auditioning?
No, not really. I mean, I used to see the familiar faces when it was all in person. But I wouldn't say they're a rival.
Like
I always watch the movies where they're like, you're
That-
here.
that
I mean,
person
I met
always gets a
this.
role.
Yeah, there was one guy. He was nice, though. I wouldn't call him a rival. He's been doing well. He's been on a lot of like movies and stuff. I would see him a lot before a couple of times. We sort of stayed in touch, and I reach out sometimes. Michael Galante, he's done a lot of stuff like movies, TV. If you look him up, you'll see. But like I always like congratulate him, and he'll respond and stuff. But he's not really a rival. Just I remember like just running into different actors, and then some of them have been like really successful. So it's like kind of like motivating for me. Like I can do it. And
Totally,
so,
you can.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So like, yeah, it's just you can't give up. You know what I mean? Like, and like
So
I've
who's
been
your
really
like role model, or who do you? I know you want to be like Rafi, a version of yourself, but is there like an actor, singer, or performer that you look up to?
that I look up to. I mean, I mean, like I mentioned before, I really admire like how Lin-Manuel Miranda and Ryan Murphy just like create their own shows and like they're in the show, they write the show. I admire their work ethic, and I think that's really great. You know, as far as actors, I mean, there's a whole bunch. I mean, I think James Franco is really great. I haven't seen him in a while. I like a lot of his
Yeah,
work.
what happened to him? He kind of
Yeah,
disappeared
kinda
after
disappeared.
those superhero shows or whatever, right? He's kind of gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened,
Mm.
but no, I think he's great. Like Joaquin Phoenix is amazing. Like in
I love
Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix. My husband
Yeah,
thinks I'm so weird, but he's like so good.
I mean, in Joker, like just
so
God,
good.
it's
Rafi, I
crazy.
want your opinion. Did you see the new Cinderella that's on Amazon?
Not yet. I tried to, but it didn't like something happened with the Prime or something. My mom saw it, but I still have to see it. What you didn't like it?
I thought it was really good. I was sitting there watching it. Pat fell asleep. And I told Jen she should watch it with her husband, Manuel. And
He wouldn't make it past the opening
He
credits.
hates musicals.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, I thought that was so good.
Yeah, I
could
heard mixed
picture you in
feelings.
that.
Some people didn't like it, I think, but
No,
I
you're
do.
right.
I still
Some
have
people
to see
did.
that. I have to see that. I have to see Tick Tick Boom, TikTok
Oh, I
Boom.
want to see Tick Tick Boom.
Tick Tick or TikTok. I don't know. TikTok Boom, Tick Tick Boom. Now I'm confused.
Tick, tick, boom. I never heard of that.
TikTok
Tick.
Boom.
TikTok Boom?
TikTok Boom. Oh my god. I don't know. Tick Tick Boom. I think it's Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to see that. I got to see West Side Story, which premieres tonight. I'm so excited about that.
Oh, which
I
service?
heard it was really good. West Side Story, the Steven Spielberg.
No,
they-
which streaming service? Is it-
Well, I know. I think it's just in theaters.
Oh,
I met someone today that's doing like check-in for the theater tonight.
oh wow, that's
So
amazing.
That's exciting. Yeah, it's such an iconic movie, and he said it's really good. Like it's just right. So that'll be.
What's your
exciting.
favorite Broadway show that you've been in the audience watching?
Whew. I mean, I really, when the first time I saw Wicked, I saw it with the original cast. That was like mesmerizing. Like the
Yeah.
lighting and the whole production was just like unreal. That was awesome. But as far as like musicals, also Into the Woods, which I never saw any of the Broadway shows, which, Stephen Sondheim recently passed away. He was I
Yeah.
was so inspired by him. I think he was the best composer, and I just really, really, really loved his music. And for my senior showcase in college, we did all his music. So that was nice. Like we had done.
Oh wow,
everyone had
so
a
it's really
song.
like familiar to you.
Yeah,
with his
yeah.
passing,
It's
yeah.
I
not
know-
everyone's favorite type music because it's so like unique,
Mhm.
but catchy at the same time. If that makes any sense, it's just very like intricate and dark, but like beautiful and mesmerizing and just haunting phrases and everything. And just
One of Pat's
really
favorite
admire his
musicals
work.
is the name slipped my mind now.
Phantom.
Phantom,
Good
yes.
Lord.
Oh yeah,
Phantom of the
classic.
Opera. That
Phantom
one.
of the Opera, yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw it in New York City and in Las Vegas, and we liked the Las Vegas production better than the New York production.
Did you see the movie version? What did you think? If you saw it.
I don't think we saw the movie version, did we?
No.
Yeah, I saw the Les Mis movie version, and I hated
Yeah.
that.
You
I didn't even watch the whole thing.
Oh,
no,
in the
not at all.
movie, isn't that like 5 hours or something? It's like a really long.
I think it was pretty long, but it just didn't do anything for me, so I didn't watch the thing.
Yeah, it was long. Yeah.
It didn't do anything for me. I'm not feeling this.
We do have
Bye.
tickets to go see Book of Mormon. I've always wanted to see that.
I want to
And
see.
I
Book of
never saw
Mormon.
that. I never saw
Yeah.
that. I've only seen Hamilton on Disney Plus. I haven't seen that live yet, but eventually.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw Hamilton. It's a good show.
You-
That's laughing.
Very
because
affordable too.
the expense that I paid to go see that show.
How
is
much
just-
are those tickets?
Oh my God. I think I might have told you this story before, Jen, but I had bought, I was on in a jury. I was on jury duty. And I was getting emails from the production company that, oh, I'm eligible now for discount tickets to go see the show. So
Oh.
I'm not supposed to be on my iPad or my phone during deliberations, but I wanted to get that thing paid for because I had the opportunity to get discount tickets. So I have my iPad and I have a cover on it. And I'm lifting the cover and quickly typing in a couple things like my name, my address, my credit card number, and I'm putting the cover back down between each line. And then I'm finally finishing it. I'm hitting submit, not paying attention to most of what's on the screen. And then I close it and I'm done. I got the tickets. I'll probably
What'd
get
you
the
do?
email. I'll get the email later on with my ticket confirmations. So I finished deliberations. We went back out. We pronounced the guy innocent. And then I head to dinner with Pat and a friend of ours. And I'm looking at my emails. We're waiting for dinner to get there. And Pat saw my face turn white. I felt like the blood was draining from my face because I thought I was buying tickets for $200 some each, and they were $800.50 each.
Ouch!
Not really
That's
any
a big
discount.
difference.
Times
God.
4 plus
Times
the
4.
plus the handling fees.
Oh no.
So I'm like, holy shit!
Oh,
I
You
was
didn't see the
planning
total?
this kind of
It
expense.
was like $3,000.
No, I didn't pay attention to the total, Jen. I closed the cover before I found the total. So then I called my
Wow.
friend Rich, is a friend of both of ours, Pat and mine. And I said to him, Rich, I got 4 tickets for the show. Do you have any interest in the tickets? Because I thought he would say yes, that he might want to buy all 4 of them. Because I
At
don't think
$800 a
yeah,
pop?
because he's loaded because he was a VP of one of these big financial companies. And
Oh, okay,
they
okay.
didn't get this, they haven't seen it yet. So he says, oh, sure, we'd love to join you guys. So, okay. Now I
Join
had
you
4
guys.
tickets. Now I'm down 2. So we decided to go see it because I did want to see it, but I just didn't want to spend that much. And I had bought them on Ticketmaster and I transferred 2 of the tickets to Rich onto his Ticketmaster account. So we show up for the show like 2 months later, and we get to the line, and Rich says to me, they told me that the tickets were sold. And he's looking at me like, I sold his tickets. And I'm like confused. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
You
I
sold
said,
my
what are you
ticket.
talking about? Because I
Jerk.
transferred the tickets to him.
Oh,
So
no.
what happened is somebody hacked his account and took his 2 tickets and then resold them on
What?
on like StubHub or something.
Oh god.
No way.
Then we were in this awkward position, like, do we go and see the show, Pat and I, without them? Or
They
what do
came
we
into
do?
the city and then they found out.
They
tickets
live in
were
the
sold?
city. Pat and I
Oh,
came
they
from
live in
New
the
Jersey.
city.
And Pat did offer a seat to my friend's partner, Ben, because Ben's a big theater guy, but they both said, no, that's okay. You guys go see the show. We'll hook up with you for dinner afterward. So we go to the seats, and somebody's sitting in the seats that were supposed to be Rich and Ben's. And I asked the guy, so how long ago did you buy your tickets? And he said, oh, about 2 weeks ago from StubHub or whatever the company name was called. So that's what happened. Somebody resold
Were
the
you able
tickets
to use
them.
your connections to like figure out who the dude was?
No,
No,
I didn't.
he's not
But
that
I will
good.
say this: if you've ever seen anybody that's ready to pass out and the color drains from their face and they break out in a profuse
That was
sweat,
me.
that was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, it's
I
horrible.
can imagine how his
Uh,
face was. That's
I
the
enjoyed
sad
this.
of
I
it.
did enjoy the show, though.
Was it worth it? Do you feel like
Not for that price. No.
no?
It
$800.
really wasn't. It
Was it
wasn't the
good
original
seats?
cast either.
That's
It was
No,
good
great
seats.
seats. Yeah.
Great
But
seats.
it wasn't the original cast anymore, but they were still able to sell the tickets for the same
That's
price. That's what they were
insane.
originally. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a
Eight
lot of money.
$800 a ticket. I don't know if I could ever pay that much. It seems like
No.
a lot for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. For an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Ouch.
And that doesn't include concessions or wine or anything.
Right.
true.
Which are like
That was another 800.
$25 a glass. for
$200.
wine.
And then the
God.
dinner in New York with 4 people was another $1,000.
Oh,
And they got
God.
paid for dinner.
And
'cause
then
I
the
felt guilty.
hotel, and then the God,
Jeez.
bankrupt.
Well, I actually read a really interesting article. I subscribe to the Hustle newsletter, and
Sounds like
and
a porn magazine, Jen. Oh, wait, that's Hustler.
you know, Hustler, the Hustle. And on the weekends, they have like long form articles that they pick a topic. Like they talked about how this one guy was an inventor and stole the wiper blades and stuff like that. So one of them was about Broadway and how Broadway as a business rarely ever makes any money, which was like crazy. It's like average income of people that go to Broadway is like 265,000 a year household income. But the production in Broadway rarely is profitable like Hamilton and the like Lion King and stuff like that. Because and they broke down how Broadway makes money. Very interesting in how the producers make money after the company recoups some of their investment, and then the producer starts making money.
Versus some things like 9 to 5. That was a book, and then a movie, and then became a Broadway show. But that was only on for what, 8 months or something, and it was off.
Yeah.
How do you make any money at all on any of these shows that can't stay in production?
Well, I mean, the actors
Spend
and
all that
stuff
money.
get, I guess, like a salary or whatever, right? But it's the actual people that put on the Broadway shows that don't really, they just do it for passion.
The
It
producer.
was kind of like what it was.
Rafi, any idea how much somebody would earn, like on an average, if you're in a Broadway show?
Oh well, chorus starts at it's like over 2,000 a week.
2,000 a week.
What
That's
is
not too bad.
chorus? Oh, like just
Ensemble, yeah, like in the chorus. So ensemble, like dancing, singing. So not a lead part. They start like over 2,000 a week.
That's great.
It's not that bad. Better than waiting tables, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work. It's
Exactly.
8 shows a week, and Mondays are the only days off, So it's a lot of work, So
8 shows a week. So on Saturdays or something, there's
well, there's usually
Saturday
a
and
matinee,
Friday.
like depending on the theater, like on maybe a Thursday and then like on a Sunday as well.
Huh.
So Rafi, we are wishing you the best for your future.
Thank you. It
And
means a
when-
lot.
When you have something that we can go see, make sure that you let us know. Make
Yes,
sure you let the DNR listeners know, because they will come see you.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Be better
Yes.
in the Northeast anyway.
Yes, of course. I've made quite a few fans so far. One of them sent me like a gift to the studio.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Was it his address to his house or?
$800 tickets.
No,
I'm
it was
sure.
a big, it's a big tub of coconut oil. Because
What?
it's for a skit we're doing, so it'll make sense. I'll let you know once we do it.
Oh, I was like, bound chicken.
So why
What is
don't you remind people how they can find you online?
Yes, Instagram and TikTok, if you have it, it's the same handle. It's Rafi, RAFI_ Fuentes, FUENTES. And I'm on Facebook as well. A lot of the DNR listeners have requested me, and we I follow them. And then on Instagram, sometimes we chat as well. I have a couple DNR friends now. So you can find me there. I have Snapchat too, but I don't know if anyone uses that who's listening.
And your website, RafiFuentes.com.
Fuentes.com. Yes.
Yeah. Has
Was
all
I,
of the
was I saying your last name incorrectly?
Can I hear it?
Rafi Fuentes.
Fuentes. Yeah, you said it right.
Okay.
Rafi
Because Jen, you said it's slightly
Fuentes.
different.
Fuentes? Well, you kind of say Fuentes.
Yeah,
Fuentes.
yeah.
Fuentes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fuentes.
like
Fuentes.
there we go. Perfect.
That's not him.
Fuentes.
Yeah.
I mean, but Rafi, he also says tortillas. So it's
Tortilla or quesadilla.
I can't pronounce Puerto Vallarta or whatever.
It's fine.
Vallarta. You're killing me.
Puerto
Whatever that name is.
Vallarta. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Romaine. I heard her say Mazatlan, Mexico, but no, but she didn't say it like that.
Oh,
it was it was endearing. She's like Mazatlan or something like that.
I think I was saying the same way.
Very Americanized.
Bless you.
We just skipped the port.
Yeah.
Mazatlan.
Do you guys do any of the cruises? Have you been on their cruise at all, or have your own?
We were on the Mexican Riviera cruise, and
recently.
Pat and I both said that, we live in New Jersey and we won't be back to do that because we just didn't. We like the Caribbean better.
Yeah,
and it's a long way to go to get to California to Los Angeles.
To
I think that'll be it.
Cruise. Well, I think in May they're going to Bermuda, so that'll be exciting.
Ooh, you're hometown.
I've never been on a cruise, so I might join. We'll see.
Yeah.
Want to be one of the Cabana boys, apparently.
There you go. You should talk to Romaine about that.
Just give me a room and food, and I'm good. Yeah.
We were in Bermuda, Pat, and I probably about 6 or 7 times, right?
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, we've been there a lot.
Well, I'd be a good tour guide for the other listeners. So request me for the cruise in the spring, guys.
I'm sure somebody would have a bed available that they could let you stay in.
God.
Just like what happened to Katie KK. Did you hear that story?
No, I heard the round table, but she got offered a bed.
She got offered a bed. I can't remember the guy's name. And apparently they got along well, but he must have been drunk off his ass.
It worked out well.
And he locked her out of the stateroom.
Oh no.
And then she was pounding on the door, trying to get in, and he was in there, but he didn't open the door for her. I don't know if he was passed out.
They said he fell asleep. Well, he might have been intoxicated.
So she went to go get security to let her in, and they let her in, but
you get what you
they let her in. That's weird. Usually they're like,
it's not a room. They'll be like, "Are you sure?" Like,
well,
they trusted her. That's good.
She was in that room, so I told her, Katie, I would never lock you out. I might not let you in the first place.
So wait, Katie went on a cruise without a room? What's the backstory on that?
No, she was booked for that room. She was a guest for that room.
Oh, and the guy went in.
And the guy locked her up.
Oh, I thought she didn't have a room, and he's like, "You can stay with me."
No.
I thought they offered her a room.
That might be a great way to travel, actually.
She was arranged for that room for the beginning, and
okay, you forgot that part.
If somebody thinks that you need a room to stay in, they're going to offer it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're going to want in exchange, but hey, just take your shirt off; it'll be fine.
Whose room can I stay in?
Who wants me? No.
Going once.
Rafi, thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time. And
thank you for having me.
Yep.
Such an honor. Yes, we'll meet soon, hopefully.
Have a great last week at DNR Studios.
Thank you. I'll have to try your tequila soon.
Yes, definitely try it.
Let me know.
I'll connect with you.
Okay, sounds good. I got you.
All right, thanks.
Good night, guys.
Enjoy your family vacation.
Thank you. Take care. Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye, Rafi.
Bye.
I would normally I would normally click him off myself, but I'm not there to do that.
You would normally just hang him up. That's what you're like, click.
That
was so nice.
Once we say goodbye, yeah. So we had a lot of technical snafus tonight because I'm in Texas and I'm not at the board, and I'm sitting in the hotel
I think
room.
Pat did a great job.
He did.
Well, yeah, for that 5 minute, not even 5 minute explanation of how this board works.
And now did you shut your video off?
Where'd your video go?
Yeah, no, I shut my video off. I should have done it a long time ago, actually. But
well, now you're learning how to do this whole thing. You'll be the board op the next time.
Well, you know what?
I didn't traveling.
on the small screen, you don't see the record button. And when I hit the big screen, that's when that record button showed up. And that's when I hit it. So I assume that you still have the audio recorded, but the video.
Yeah, the audio is recorded in multiple places, and it's still being recorded. It's still being broadcast.
Well, the video is recorded from that point forward, but when you have it in a smaller screen version, you don't see it. So
yeah, but it was live streamed to YouTube from the beginning, so that's recorded already. Right. Your recording is only local, and then it's also audio.
Oh, so. What? I just fell asleep for a second.
Sorry, I'm babbling.
What? Were you guys talking?
So, Jen, what else is going on, Jen?
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good, other than that I had a long day.
And you had to work on Friday, so you're off on Thanksgiving Day, but then everyone's like hungover and full and doesn't want to do anything.
I know, my company doesn't keep people off because they're a warehouse company and they're open Fridays. So their office is open also, and I had to go in. I wanted to get out of there,
which was a nightmare day, I might add.
Yeah.
Oh, because of Black Friday and traffic.
No, it wasn't that. It was
a work issue, Jen.
Oh.
This is what happened. The weekend before, we've been going through the cybersecurity initiative, and the one thing that we didn't do was change the administrative password recently. Actually, it hasn't been changed since I joined the company.
Isn't that like your thing to do, Darren?
Yes, but we tried it one time, and it had caused multiple failures on different systems because so many people in the company who were in my shoes before me, and myself included, we would install software, configure software using the administrator account, not keeping in mind on the fact that when you change the password, all those things are probably going to break because you've got to go back and change the local password to all of them. So the initiative we had was to create service accounts to do different things and then change the administrator as the last step, which we did on Saturday, but we were working till Sunday morning at 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
I can't even tell you how many hours that we were trying to get things to work. I was blurry-eyed.
Oh,
so
man.
by
how many people were working on this till Sunday?
I had 6 people on the phone trying to figure out what the problems were.
Wow.
By 6 a.m., we had most things running, and then I was done. I couldn't take it anymore. But things were running fine Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday comes along, the company's closed, so I decided I'm going to upgrade the software for our ERP system and for our database, because we're putting in another piece of software that required the most current versions. So when I was installing updates, I had failures, and I had to call the same company back, the ERP company, and they were officially off. But I had
like normal people.
Yeah. And I texted the VP of the company and I said, listen, I'm down. I need help. And he did get me help. And they were helping me for hours. By 6 p.m., we still didn't have the system running. And they were like, well, I'm sorry, we have to go.
I bet you were their favorite person that day.
And I'm like, what do you mean you have to go? We have multiple locations down. And they stepped me through procedures that caused the latest problem, and they're just going to leave me hanging. And they're like, well, we're going to try and investigate it, but we need your database in order to properly determine what the problem is. Well, the database backup is 100 gigabit, which is huge.
Yikes.
And it takes probably about 4 hours to upload it anywhere. It takes 9 hours to upload it to the ERP company because their systems are so slow.
9 hours. Yeah. It's faster to put it on a hard drive and ship it to them.
I uploaded it to OneDrive, and it took about 3 hours. So they did get back to me about 10 p.m. with an email, and they say, run this script. It's a little command to check if a date field has a yes or a no. So we ran the script and it had a no, and it related to whether or not a computer is going to display a default year or not. So they said, well, that should be a yes. And they said, we don't know how that changed, but run this script to change it to a yes. So the application would always display the default year rather than ignoring it. As soon as we changed it to a yes, everything started working.
Oh my
And the only
goodness.
thing that I did that would have caused that is installing the software they told me to install and step through the configuration process. And they won't admit to
Are you
that
gonna?
caused
Did
the
you ask
problem.
them to do a root cause analysis of the whole situation?
I told them I want to know what the cause and the exact issue was.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to do that, Jen, because it's going to prove that they were at fault. So
Yeah, but it's more. It's not like because you want a refund. It's like because you don't want to not have a Thanksgiving next year. You want to understand.
true, but we do want a refund.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So
Then they're
I'm,
not going to tell you.
I'm holding the invoice that they gave me. The invoice for this year's annual maintenance is $267,000.
They should give you some type of credit.
Absolutely, because they
for
caused
that.
the problems, right? I need to know for sure that they caused it and exactly how they caused it. And
Or
then I'm
maybe
gonna ask
position
for
it like I would just like to know who caused it. And
Well, they're going to tell me that I caused it.
okay, show
But
me.
it was because they were the ones stepping me through the
Yeah, you're like, I
steps.
did it based on your
and he did tell me
direction.
he did tell me an email today. He confirmed that the problem was caused during the installation of the software that they were stepping me through.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my Friday night.
So
But that's all of the past. It's all
wait,
done.
that was Friday night or Thursday? It was it's
that
Friday.
was a
when you
Friday
went in.
because we were open and I was trying to resolve the issues that they caused because I didn't know that there were even issues at first until people started complaining.
And
It
then
was
does
just
this
such a
type of
mess.
issue have financial impacts
Oh
as
yeah,
well?
because they were supposed to be sending out packages from 7 locations all day Friday, and they weren't able to do anything past 11:16 a.m. when they had stepped me through the
So you
installation
lost
of
a
that
whole
software.
day
Lost a
during
whole day.
busy holidays.
Yep.
The
And they
package
didn't
stuff.
get it resolved until 10 p.m. that night. So they eventually sent people home because they were supposed to have night shifts. Couldn't have them.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That company needs to definitely get back to you on what caused it.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
well, I'm sorry to hear that.
how was
I'm
your
glad it got
Thanksgiving, Jen?
resolved. How was my Thanksgiving? It was great. It was nice because our company originally got acquired by Amdocs, like I told you a while back.
Yeah.
Then now Amdocs has acquired another company that actually specializes in cloud, and it's super exciting. The company is called Sourced, and they're basically growing our cloud capabilities into Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and parts of Europe. And so because of that, they're bringing along some of their policies and stuff. And one of them is half days the day before a holiday, and then the day off after a holiday. So this is the first year that we got an official half day on Wednesday, and then we were off Thursday, Friday.
Wow.
I know.
I want to work for this company, Jen.
It was like amazing. And then they're going to do the same thing for Christmas and New Year. So it's like, because everybody unofficially takes a half day, kind of. Anyway.
Do you remember our friend Keith that was in the studio to talk about his aligners?
Aligners?
Aligners in video games, right? His teeth aligners.
Oh, yes.
So I can't understand. Pat will totally agree with me. This guy, he installs solar panels for his job, but yet he must have been off at least 4 weeks, maybe even 5 weeks this year. Why can't I have a job where I can take off 5 weeks out of the year?
He has like unlimited vacation stuff,
right?
Yeah,
they say that some companies have that, but then they say it's not really true. It's not really unlimited. Because they're not going to tell you that. Oh, sure. Take 6 months off,
Well, I would argue that taking 6 months off would affect your productivity on your client work. Exactly. And generally in unlimited vacations, it's like you can do it as long as your client stuff doesn't suffer.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks if you have good coverage. But more than that, you have a, what is it called? A furlough or something.
Right.
You're not working. You're gone. But yeah, that would be nice.
So
what is it called? I want to take a sabbatical. I feel like I'm in a point in my a professional career that I could take like 3 months of unpaid leave just to like chillax.
Would you actually do that, or would you be focusing on your other business?
I would work on the other business.
Exactly. But that's not a bad thing, Jen. Maybe you should do that, because the only way you're going to get, the other business running the way you probably want it is to put more time into it. So,
and I mean, I'm not coy about it. Everybody in my company knows my career goal is to leave my current job eventually.
And if you take sabbatical, you probably would never go back.
And it's not like I'm trying to move up the corporate ladder. I'm happy where I am because I know that that's not where I'm going to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's good for now.
Oh, by the way, I want to give a kudos out to Pat.
Okay.
Because
for
Thanksgiving, we did go to our friend's house, and it was a nice Thanksgiving. She had about, I don't know, 15 people there. So yeah, it might have been a COVID spreader. I don't know. But most of the people I think were vaccinated. But then afterward, the next day on Saturday, we had my dad at my house, the new house in Pennsylvania, and my mom and my sister.
How is that house, by the way?
My niece. It's beautiful, Jen.
Oh.
But we had this nice dinner that Pat made for us. I told him I'd really like to have your homemade chicken and beef pot pie, 2 different pot pies, one chicken and one beef with like fresh crust, and it was delicious. So he made that for me and for my family. Spent all the time to do it, waiting on my family. That's
amazing.
Yeah, it's a nice guy.
It was nice.
Pat. That's nice, Pat. I want some of
too. Well, he was calling me Friday night in a panic, so he was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it." I'm like,
I was close to tears on Friday night.
I cannot even imagine.
Okay, I was crying.
Helpless. You're like, I was crying. It was tears were streaming.
What can I say? So, Jen, that's it. We have another show done, complete.
Yeah, it's almost the end of the year. Can you believe that? We have a few more weeks, and then it's 2022.
And I'm leaving for a cruise, not this coming week, but the following week.
Oh, that's right. That's awesome.
Unless it get canceled because of the new COVID
Omicron.
Omicron, whatever it is.
Omicron.
We'll see what happens. All right, Jen.
Fingers crossed it's not bad. Stay safe. And
Pat,
good luck.
All you
in
have
Texas.
to do when we're done is hit end meeting.
Okay, I could do that.
All right. Thanks, Jen. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, Pat.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you later. Have a good holiday.
Bye.
You
Bye.
too.